On August 14, 2018, Chris Watts stood outside his house in Frederick, Colorado, and spoke to local news cameras. His pregnant wife, Shannon, and his two daughters, Bella and Celeste, were missing. He looked like a worried husband. He said he wanted them back. He talked about the house feeling empty. He talked about missing the simple things, like telling his daughters to eat dinner and watching them curl up on the couch. But something felt wrong. His words sounded like grief, but his body did not look like grief. He stood stiff. His arms stayed close. His face looked controlled. He talked about a nightmare, but he did not look like a man breaking apart inside one. Soon after, police arrested him. Later, the world learned that he had killed his family. That is why this case still feels so disturbing. People watched a liar speak in public before they knew he was lying. This video is about how to spot that kind of lie. Not with magic. Not by pretending every blink means something. You catch a liar by watching simple things, how fast they answer, how hard they try to control their body, and how many extra details they add when no one asked. Start with the answer itself. When a person tells the truth, they usually search their memory. They may pause for a second. They may look away. They may correct themselves. The answer can sound messy because real memory is messy. A true story does not always come out like a perfect speech. A lie often sounds different. Sometimes it comes too fast because the person already prepared it. Sometimes it comes too slowly because they are building it while you wait. Either way, the timing feels strange. That strange timing matters because lying takes work. The liar has to remember what really happened. Then they have to hide it. Then they have to guess what you know. Then they have to build a version that sounds believable. That is a lot to hold in one mind at once. Imagine this: you ask a simple question, and you pay attention to the first few seconds before the words even land. A truthful person usually tries to remember. A liar often tries to perform. This is why a very smooth answer can feel suspicious. People think lies always sound nervous, but many lies sound polished. The person has said the sentence in their head before. They know where to start. They know where to end. They know which emotion they want you to see. That does not prove they are lying. Nothing in this video proves a lie by itself, but it tells you where to look closer. The second thing to watch is control. Most people imagine a liar fidgeting, sweating, and looking away. Sometimes that happens, but many liars do the opposite. They know you are watching them, so they try very hard to look normal. They hold eye contact for too long. They stop moving naturally. Their face becomes too still. Their body looks locked, like they are afraid one small movement will expose them. That is what made the Chris Watts porch interview so uncomfortable. He was talking about a missing family, but his body looked guarded. He did not look loose. He did not look overwhelmed. He looked like a man trying to keep himself inside a small box. Real emotion usually moves through the body. Fear changes the voice. Grief breaks the face. Panic makes people repeat themselves, lose their place, or move without thinking. But a person who is hiding something may try to freeze all of that. They try to look calm, and the calm starts to look fake. Again, this is not a rule you can use alone. Some innocent people freeze under stress. Some truthful people look strange on camera. But when stiff control appears with strange timing and a prepared answer, the pattern becomes harder to ignore. The third sign is extra detail. A truthful person usually gives the amount of detail the question needs. If you ask where they were, they might say they went home, ate dinner, and slept. They do not feel the need to prove every second. A liar often feels a hole in the story. They feel that you do not fully believe them, so they start filling the hole with details. They tell you the exact route they took. They mention the weather. They describe a person you did not ask about. They explain why their phone was off before you even mention the phone. The story becomes crowded. This happens because the liar is not just sharing information. They are trying to control your picture of the event. They want to leave no empty space where doubt can enter. But too many details can have the opposite effect. They make the story feel built. Real stories usually have rough edges. Fake stories often come with decorations. Picture this: you ask one plain follow-up question. Do not accuse. Do not raise your voice. Just ask something simple, like what happened before that, or who else was there, or what time they left. A truthful person may answer easily, or they may say they do not remember. That is normal. A liar may get annoyed very quickly. They may repeat the same sentence. They may add even more detail. They may make you feel guilty for asking. That reaction matters. A liar often wants the conversation to end at the exact point where their prepared story ends. A follow-up question forces them off the script. Now try this. After someone gives you an answer that feels wrong, do not rush to save the conversation. Stay quiet for a few seconds. Let the space sit there. Truthful people can usually sit in that silence, even if it feels awkward. A liar may feel pressure to keep talking. They may try to improve the story. They may add a new detail that does not fit with the old one. Many lies are exposed because the person keeps speaking after they should have stopped. So if you want to spot a liar, keep it simple. Watch the timing, watch the control, watch the extra details, then ask one calm follow-up and let silence do some work. Do not turn this into paranoia. People can act nervous for many reasons. They may be scared, embarrassed, tired, or bad at explaining themselves. One sign means very little, but a pattern means something. A fast, polished answer, a frozen body, too many details, and anger at simple questions all point in the same direction. Chris Watts showed the world why this matters. A person can stand in front of cameras and say the correct words. They can sound concerned. They can tell a story that seems possible. But lies put pressure on the body and the voice. They create small cracks, and if you stop listening only to the words, you may notice the crack before the whole story breaks.